At the Center for Career Development, we like to say that a resume gets you the interview, but an interview can get you the job.
Most students are anxious preparing for interviews, but there are specific things that you can do so that it'll be a winning experience for you.
You want to focus on 3 things: research, practice, and energy that you can bring to the interview.
Before the interview, do your research. Research the company, research the industry, research the job that you're interviewing for.
You want to know what the employer is like, the work culture, and the basics about the company, because they'll expect you to know that.
At the end of the day, it does really help in showing the interviewer how prepared you are and why you want to work for their company.
The best thing students can do before an interview is to practice.
Practicing is important, whether you do it with your friend or just in front of the mirror. By practicing, you kind of already know what you're going to say, so it lets you be relaxed and reassured of your answers in the interview.
It definitely helps me. I'm less nervous and I know, okay, I practiced before, I got it.
One resource we have is Inteviewing, which you can find on BU Career Link.
Inteviewing allows students to go in and identify specific types of interviews or questions they'd like to respond to, and then they can do practice or mock interviews with Inteviewing and record it.
You also could come in and meet with a counselor and do a mock interview.
And doing a mock interview can help you make those adjustments so you set the right tone with an employer.
Before the interview, the employer really only knows you from your resume. So when you go to the interview, you really need to make a good first impression, because that's going to set the tone for the rest of the interview.
In order to make it a good impression, you want to be on time. You actually want to be a little bit early. You want to make eye contact, speak to everyone as if you're in a professional environment.
It goes without saying that you should be well dressed and well groomed for the interview. For guys, that's suits and ties.
Women should wear suits or a dress with a professional blazer on top.
In addition to making a good first impression, maintain positive energy throughout your entire interview.
You want to smile, you want to give a firm handshake, you want to maintain great eye contact, be aware of your posture, and make sure you're aware of your tone of voice so that when you're speaking to the interviewer, they can hear you clearly and the tone of your voice expresses your interest in the interview.
During the interview, you'll have the opportunity to ask questions. Make sure that you do have some that you've prepared.
An employer might think that you aren't interested in the job if you don't ask any questions. So a good question to ask is, what are you looking for in an ideal candidate?
And if you do get nervous, it's perfectly all right to take a break and compose yourself.
If you focus on how prepared you are for the interview, it's going to make it a lot easier. You've done all the work ahead of time, now you just have to show it.
So interviewing is a big deal and it can be pretty scary. It's the stuff that helps employers decide if you get the job.
But if you are well prepared, you do your research and you practice, it can lead to good things and maybe even the job.